What is up, you guys? Hope you guys are doing well out there. For those of you who follow my channel and have seen my music reactions, if you enjoy my take on different music and vibing out to different things, I have a new channel that I've been posting on consistently for about a month now called Polo Music. And on there is strictly about music. All right. So that link will be in the description. And yeah, you guys can go follow that if you want to see more music. Today, we're getting into some comedy, even though I would call George Carlin more than just a comedian. You know, the guy was just brilliant. But this is George Carlin, 10 Commandments. Let's get into it.
Well, folks, here's something else I got a problem with. The 10 Commandments. Here's my problem. Why are there 10? You don't need 10. I think the list of commandments was deliberately and artificially inflated to get it up to 10. It's a padded list. Here's what they did. About 5,000 years ago, a bunch of religious and political hustlers got together to try to figure out how to control people, how to keep them in line. They knew people were basically stupid and would believe anything they were told, so they announced that God had given them some commandments. Up on a mountain, when no one was around, God had given them the 10 Commandments. But let me ask you this. When they were sitting around making this shit up, why did they pick 10? Why 10? Why not 9 or 11? I'll tell you why. Because 10 sounds official. 10 sounds important. They knew if it was 11, people wouldn't take it seriously. Say, what, are you kidding me? The 11 Commandments? Get the fuck out of here.
You know what's crazy is, do we have brilliant minds like this on TV today? You know what I mean? You know, did we appreciate George Carlin when he was alive? Because when you hear people, even if you don't agree with their perspective, the way they see the world is such a brilliant way. You know, I'm just now getting hip to his comedy, and I've been following comedy for a long time. But I didn't follow George Carlin. But yes, he's funny, but I am more impressed with the way his mind works.
It's official. 10 sounds important. They knew if it was 11, people wouldn't take it seriously. Say, what, are you kidding me? The 11 Commandments? Get the fuck out of here. But 10 sounds important. 10 is the basis for the decimal system. It's a decade. It's a psychologically satisfying number. The top 10, the 10 most wanted, the 10 best dressed.
It is.
So having 10 commandments was...
It has a ring to it. You know what I mean? 10. You know, it's just, you can't explain it, but it has that ring to it.
Satisfying number. The top 10, the 10 most wanted, the 10 best dressed. So having 10 commandments was really a marketing decision.
Yeah.
To me, it's clearly a bullshit list. It's a political document artificially inflated to sell better. I'm going to show you how you could reduce the number of commandments and come up with a list that's a little more workable and logical. We're going to start with the first 3, and I'll use the Roman Catholic version because those are the ones I was taught as a little boy. I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not have strange gods before me. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Thou shalt keep holy the Sabbath. Right off the bat, the first 3, pure bullshit. Sabbath day, Lord's name, strange gods. Spooky language. Spooky language. Designed to scare and control primitive people. In no way does superstitious nonsense like this apply to the lives of intelligent, civilized humans in the 21st century. You throw out the first 3 commandments, you're down to 7. Next, honor thy father and mother. Obedience, respect for authority. Just another name for controlling people. The truth is, obedience and respect should not be automatic. They should be earned. They should be based on the parent's performance. Parents' performance.
What gives me joy about this is I've thought this way since I was like 13. You know, like when, you know, my parents or rented parents, you know, I grew up in foster care, would try to make me go to church. And I used to try to make up debates on why I didn't want to go to church. And I was like, well, in the commandments, it says that you should honor your mother and father and your days shall be long. Well, what if your mother and father are assholes? All right. What if they're criminals? things of that nature. I had a whole bunch of questions that just didn't make any sense to me at a really, really young age. And she brought a pastor to debate me about certain things. And at the end, he was frustrated and he said, "You just got to have faith," So that's, not going against anyone's religion or anything like that. And I'm not saying I don't believe in God. But I question a lot of things about the Bible that just didn't make sense to me. This is one of those things. And it's funny that he's going here, because I've always thought this.
Obedience and respect should not be automatic. They should be earned. They should be based on the parent's performance. Parents' performance. All right? Some parents deserve respect. Most of them don't. Period. You're down to 6. Now, in the interest of logic, something religion is very uncomfortable with, we're going to jump around the list a little bit. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Stealing and lying. Well, actually, these two both prohibit the same kind of behavior. Dishonesty, stealing, and lying. So you don't need 2 of them. Instead, you combine them and you call it thou shalt not be dishonest. And suddenly, you're down to 5.
This is so brilliant. So good.
Well, actually, these two both prohibit the same kind of behavior. Dishonesty, stealing, and lying. So you don't need 2 of them. Instead, you combine them and you call it thou shalt not be dishonest. And suddenly, you're down to 5. And as long as we're combining, I have 2 others that belong together. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
This guy is doing a rap battle with the 10 Commandments and winning, in my opinion. All right. For those of you who think that he's misinterpreting and, you're against everything he's saying here, I'd be curious to know what your thoughts are in the comments section. OK, let me know where he's wrong at. But he's making a lot of sense to me. All right.
Once again, these two prohibit the same kind of behavior, in this case, marital infidelity. The difference is coveting takes place in the mind, and I don't think you should outlaw fantasizing about someone else's wife. Otherwise, what's a guy going to think about when he's waxing his carrot? But marital fidelity is a good idea, so we're going to keep the idea and call this one, thou shalt not be unfaithful. And suddenly, we're down to 4. But when you think about it, honesty and fidelity are really part of the same overall value. So in truth, you could combine the 2 honesty commandments with the 2 fidelity commandments and give them simpler language, positive language instead of negative, and call the whole thing, thou shalt always be honest and faithful. And we're down to 3.
Beautiful.
Thou shalt.
Beautiful.
Thou shalt.
Beautiful.
They're going away. They're going away fast. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. This one is just plain fucking stupid. Coveting your neighbor's goods is what keeps the economy going. Am I right? Your neighbor gets a vibrator that plays "Oh Come All Ye Faithful." You want to get one too. Coveting creates jobs. Leave it alone. You throw out coveting. You're
I can't take credit for most of what he's saying here. He's blowing my mind, just the Bible thing, but a lot of this is new to me.
Coveting your neighbor's goods is what keeps the economy going. Am I right? Your neighbor gets a vibrator that plays "Oh Come All Ye Faithful."
Oh, come all ye faithful.
You want to get one too.
I'm slow. Oh, come all ye faithful. Wow.
Am I right? Your neighbor gets a vibrator that plays "Oh Come All Ye Faithful." You want to get one too. Coveting creates jobs. Leave it alone. You throw out coveting, you're down to 2 now. The big honesty and fidelity commandment, and the one we haven't talked about yet, thou shalt not kill. Murder. The 5th commandment. But when you think about it, religion has never really had a big problem with murder. Not really. More people have been killed in the name of God than for any other reason.
Right.
All you have to do... Shit.
That's what they call a bar.
All you have to do is look at Northern Ireland, the Middle East, Kashmir, the Inquisition, the Crusades, and the World Trade Center to see how seriously the religious folks take thou shalt not kill. The more devout they are, the more they see murder as being negotiable. It's negotiable. You know? It depends. It depends.
Absolutely love his delivery, his body language, his handwork. It's all poetry in motion.
It depends on who's doing the killing and who's getting killed. So, with all of this in mind, I leave you with my revised list of the 2 commandments. Thou shalt always be honest and faithful to the provider of thy nookie. And thou shalt try real hard not to kill anyone, unless, of course, they pray to a different invisible man from the one you pray to. 2 is all you need. Moses could have carried him down the hill in his fucking pocket. And if they had a list like that, I wouldn't mind those folks in Alabama putting it up on the courthouse wall. As long as they included one additional commandment, thou shalt keep thy religion to thyself. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
That's about as good of entertainment as you're going to get. All right. And from a really, really brilliant thinker who is also a master at comedy, making you want to laugh when he wants to, but also like blowing your mind with his perspective on certain things, you know, and also not afraid to go there, unapologetic about it. George Carlin, man, just an amazing person to watch work, you know. As I get older, I'm discovering different comedians, and it's fun, you know, especially in a time where I think comedy, it's not where it was, but you know, there's still some promising comedians out there. I think that Shane Gillis is funny. I think that Andrew Schultz is funny. I think that Corey Holcomb, and you know, there's still a lot of good people out there that's doing great comedy. Dave Chappelle, but you know, a lot of these guys, how they became funny is the trial by fire method, meaning that they had to grind and work comedy clubs and things of that nature. And we live in an era now where, you know, you just need a lot of followers to tour, you know, so that means the art has to die, you know, well, it won't be what it once was, in my opinion. But that's my thoughts. You guys let me know what you think in the comments section. If you made it this far in the video, I truly appreciate it.
I did it.